Breathing 101. So breathing is one of the very important parts of running that don't get talked about much. And let's begin with the diaphragm and just how it works. So which one do you think is the diaphragm contracting or active on when you breathe out or when you breathe in? I have thought for a long time that it was when you breathe out is when your diaphragm is pushing air out and squeezing the lungs closed. In fact, it's the opposite. Your diaphragm is contracting when you breathe in. It is pulling down to expand your lungs. So you can develop that muscle just like you develop any muscle by doing drills and practicing. So here's a drill that I do throughout the day, really, especially after sitting at a computer staring at small boxes with people in them for long periods of time. Chest tends to get collapsed. I tend to breathe more shallow and I don't use my whole lungs and I start to fall asleep. Breathing really deeply is a really good exercise also right before running to fully open up the lungs, get all of the air flowing through them and expand the rib cage, and you're expanding your whole chest. So I'll talk you through this drill and then you can do it. First, you're going to fill up your belly and push your belly out, like feel it blowing up like a balloon as far out as you can get it. Put your hand on your belly to feel, give yourself a little biofeedback to feel your belly expanding. Once your belly gets to be full and you feel like you can't move it anymore, then you fill up your chest, like fully expand chest. And then step 3 is fill out your back. You can actually hunch forward a little bit and feel like you're breathing even more into your back. And you're going to breathe in to the point you feel like you can't breathe in a single molecule more of air, and then breathe in just a little bit more, and then you'll let it just rush out. When you let air rush out of your lungs, that's the relaxation part of breathing. And you know this if you have a baby or if you watch someone sleep, you'll notice that when they breathe in, their body's doing work. That's when their body is doing something, and when they breathe out, they just will go. You notice that when somebody's sleeping. That's the same kind of feeling that I want you to develop while you run. Where your breathing in portion is the active, and then breathing out is just let the air rush out of your lungs so that you can breathe in again actively and fill up the whole body. Okay, so the breathing drill is this. I'm going to stop walking and catch my breath a little bit while we do this. So step 1 is breathe in and fill up your whole belly. Go ahead. Then chest, then back. And hold that for a few seconds. And then let it rush out. I'm exaggerating my shoulder and upper body movements for you to get the feeling of what this should feel like. Afterward, you should feel almost a little bit of a head rush because you just flooded your system with oxygen, which is fantastic, really good. After a few more seconds, do that again. Do that 3 times before you go to run and see how much that opens up and gives you more space to breathe into while you're running. So that's the running drill to exercise your diaphragm. That will also stretch out your diaphragm. If you focus on the breathing out phase and you breathe all the way out until you've got no more air left in your lungs and then just a little bit more, that's actually stretching the diaphragm and pushing with your abdominal and other core muscles, and the diaphragm is stretching, counterintuitive as that seems. So you're activating the diaphragm when you breathe in as much as you can and then stretching it out as you force air out of your lungs. So that's the drill that I want you to do to strengthen, stretch your diaphragm, to expand your rib cage and feel that full air feeling. And that also will expand your lung capacity and activate all the little pockets and places in your lungs that may have been inactive during the day while you're sitting or while you're just standing around. Enjoy. Go practice breathing.